in the episode.
So here we are again, CivicWise Hangout, Purpose Discovery number 2. We have a few new faces in the room. They're actually all new by mind. It's becoming older by the weeks. But yeah, it's time for getting to know each other a bit more. It seems like not everyone knows each other. So what about we have a round of brief presentations? We can maybe say who we are. You can say your name, or you can say your nickname, or whatever you feel comfortable with. And what about something random? Like, for example, what do you have for breakfast today? Okay? And one thing, actually, please let's try to bring ourselves into a kind of calm state. Let's try to listen carefully, and let's try to not jump into each other's speaking. Okay? So, yeah. Any volunteer to start?
Okay, I go.
You?
I can. Yes, I can. What I eat this morning?
No.
Croissant. No, I'm Nicolas Monod from the office, architecture office, Archivox, and I'm just finished the course of civic design. Okay, just 2 weeks ago. And for the first, I see the course of Diseño Cívico in Spanish, and I see the enthusiasm and amazing things arrived in Spain. So I was wondering what we could do in French with a civic course, in fact. And I see a very big difference between Spanish and, of course, French at the beginning. Less enthusiasm, perhaps less. Sorry. What do you mean? It's a shit. I have to go. Well, I'm architect, in fact, and an urbanist, and I work with Monica Berry with there. And okay, for the first, I stop there.
Stop the presentation.
Il y a un décalage.
Any other volunteer to introduce themselves? Let's do it. Let's do one thing, guys. You know what is this? This is a talking piece. Okay, if you want to talk, you have to pick up the talking piece.
Post-it.
Okay, so any volunteer like to pick up the talking piece? Okay, come on, Pascual, go for it.
Hi, I did the first edition of the civic design course in Spain. Right now, I'm in Paris from June, and I'm going to be here until September. Working in an office. I don't know what to say. And right now, I'm with Fancy Pesco. And this morning, what do we eat? Morning. I eat yogurt with muesli, some fruit, a cup of coffee, chicken. No, that's it. I don't know what to say there.
Go on.
Oh, I'm Francesco. I'm from Italy, but today I'm in Paris, just passing by. I'm an architect, and I'm in Pasquale for just tonight and yesterday night, just passing. And what can I say? Today I went to Louvre, and I ate too much tea.
And yesterday also.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Analia. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina, but I've been living in Paris for 1 year. Now I decided to start my CivicWise summer tour. So I've been to Spain to visit Maria and Laura to create a bit of community, and now I'm in London to see Fausto and Pablo. I'm architect and urbanist. I have a mapping project in Paris, which I'm developing with Aurélie, which is also another CivicWise. I had muesli on breakfast with yogurt and my mate, of course. And the last thing is that I'm starting a master in public space and open projects in Paris next year in Paris.
So my name is Fausto. I'm a community organizer working in London for a community center, and I've been doing this for the past nearly 3 years. Community organizing means that I listen to people in the community and build trust to create relationships that sustain in time, and through those relationships things happen. Let's put it that way. Today I had a very interesting breakfast because I had a toast, a proper toast with tomato and garlic and olive oil, and a slice of serrano ham. I can tell you, I don't do that normally. So for me, it was a super treat of the summer. Yesterday I was in a farmer's market, and I got good bread and good tomato, and the ham I got it from the supermarket, which is not that good, but anyway. So yeah, I kind of travel to my memories in Spain, and I really enjoy it. So yeah. Who wants to take the talking piece? Go, Danny.
Can you hear me? Hi, hello. I am
Hello.
Dani. I live in Brazil. It's super cold here in these days. Well, I have done the first course, the Design Civic, and I went to Paris for the global camp. I would really like to join you in Valencia, but I don't know if it will be possible. And I am also an architect. For breakfast, I had a toast with honey and cheese and some fruit and a cup of coffee. That's it.
Thank you. Juan Luis.
I'm Luis. I'm an architect. I am from Madrid, Spain. I am living between Madrid and Paris because I have my girlfriend living in Paris. I lived for 17 years in Panama, and I came back on 2014. I'm a really boring guy, eating. Sorry. I take every morning oatmeal, avoine en français.
Oui, très bien.
Flocons d'avoine every morning. So
Excellent.
it's me.
Bon, moi,
You too.
moi. Bon, I'm Monica, I'm architect, I'm Italian and Spanish. I live and work between Rome and Madrid, and now I'm in Paris in collaboration with the Studio of Archivox with Nicolas Laurence. I make the first course of Diseño Cívico en español. My breakfast, sorry, I'm all days with 4 language all time, so it's not easy for me to speak just one sounds without put the different words. Ho mangiato una pasta, delle penne avec le zucchine, i peperoni e un pochino di pesto. Buono.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing your breakfast with me, with you. And so yeah, let's start with the session properly. I was thinking about a few topics that I thought it would be interesting to talk about today, maybe because we didn't explore them last week. And one of them was needs. Another one could be fears. And I think it could be interesting if we just try to go into a conversation with ourselves, maybe for 1 minute of peace and silence, and ask ourselves, what do we need in life? You know, what are the basic needs that really matter for us? Okay? And yeah, let's have 1 minute of silence. Just don't look at each other if you're in couples, and just go on with yourself. See what comes up. And whoever has something, let's say after 1 minute, just feel free to start the conversation. So how's it going? Do you have anything crossing your mind? Who wants to get the pen?
Who has got the pen?
I take the pen. I take the bigger bucket. I think what I need in life is good relations, and they are such a kind of healing for me. And relation that good relation means people are relating to people in a way that allows me to listen to myself and allows me to listen to the other people. And I think that's it, because the second thing I would like to say is that I need a space to listen to myself, but actually it's kind of secondary, because listening to myself it's possible only if I establish a good relation with others. So they go in the same path.
to take the pen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Um, well, I'm going to talk because no one is talking. So, but I really don't know. I'm thinking, and because this topic about the needs, and it's something that I'm wondering the last months about myself, because I always think that it was very clear for me, but in the last months I discovered that it's not that clear. And right now I'm trying to understand better what I'm doing, what I am doing right now, and I'm always trying to do something. I mean, my whole life I always trying to to I don't know, to get too much things at the same time, and to so I've always been like very busy with too many things, and the 80% of that things are things that I'm putting myself in my back. So, and because I was thinking that I really have the need to feel kind of that I'm growing. I mean, I'm doing something that makes me grow in some way, professional or personal. So trying to not have this feeling of I'm wasting the time. And right now I'm trying to refocus again, because I think that I have that, but I also I discovered I need to do something that I feel also that is meaningful beyond me. I mean, because I understand that there were some times that I was doing something and I don't know why. I didn't know why. I didn't feel so much comfortable, and with other things I do feel comfortable. And right now I think that I'm getting that I feel more comfortable when I feel that it's meaningful for some reason, not just to get something something for me. And I also, because and last night Francesco and me had a conversation about these kind of topics, and I'm also thinking last I don't know, months, that maybe you don't need any need to. I mean, you don't need reason or needs or whys, or I don't know. It's hard to explain this also because it's not my language, but that I feel that it happens also that sometimes we put ourselves a responsibility that maybe we don't have, and yeah, I'm going to let it that.
Who's next?
I could continue. I think I need a change all the time, but not because of new, more because of being surprised by life and by people. Because I tend to get bored if I feel that I'm repeating myself without learning. And that's connected also with purpose. Since I'm really young, I need to feel, I have a conscience that my life will end. So purpose is a word that hits me all the time. And it's not only affecting me, affecting also the others. I need to feel that my life, my relationship, my work, my passion will get me through other ones. And also that I'm going to be affected by that exchange. I think that's why I choose my profession and my friends. I need also to be confident. Sometimes I feel I'm unproductive, and unproductive is a word that it's really mixed up with capitalism in society, being a robot, just to make money to pay the rent and surviving. And sometimes I'm afraid of losing my emotions there. And I think I need to be connected with myself, and sometimes that's just having fun, having a good time, and not thinking. I'm putting plenty of words, analyzing what's going on, just enjoying and sharing with people.
Well, I'm sorry, we have this, problems avec connection and don't listen very well. And I me, I need time. What? I'm super busy. Now I have more experience. Now I know what I want to do. Now I can do my fear because I need time. I just want to learn. I'm not young. I want time. I need time and I want time. Time for myself. Time for continuing to explore, to experiment, for fight and be there for the things I believe. Really. It's all this time. Give me time. Hello.
I'm gonna take the pen myself. I think, yeah, I have loads of needs. Starting from having my breakfast this morning and breathing the air at this very moment, what I'm always quite conscious is that the need I have for connection. And I guess it's a connection between the process that I am part of it and a connection with people. So the connection with processes will be aligned to what Analia just said. So doing things just because you have thought that these are the things that you will dream of, or you will like to take care in your life. So kind of trying to ask yourself, why are you doing something? And then connecting to that process. So I think constantly I need to ask myself that. And for example, at this very moment, even my professional life is very satisfactory, and I should be very glad that I had the opportunity that I have been given. I just got the need to find something more aligned to my purpose. And sometimes I feel like saying to everyone, well, at least at work, goodbye. You know, I'm going to fly away, and I'm gonna do what Annalie is doing, just going around the globe, trying to explore the different initiatives that motivates me. And that's aligned again to the second thing I mentioned about connection. I miss not being able to connect deeper with the people that I'm sharing my life. Obviously, with Claire, who's my wife, I have a very good and deep connection, and with some friends and family. But it's not the case with people at work. It's not the case with people I share my other sides of the personal development. And it's funny because the other day, after being through a massive, intense 2-period month organizing a street party, not a strip party, I said to my managers that I have made some friends, you know, and that's actually not allowed. You're supposed not to say that in the charity world, because you're not supposed to make friends while you're working. They call it relationships of trust, you know. And at the end I say, fuck off, I'm gonna call them friends, you know, because it's what I feel and it's what it means right for me. And somehow it was a message for the staff members and a message to my managers to open up a little bit more so we can get closer, whether if they want to be my friends or they want to be my whatever. But I have that need when I'm with people, when I'm sharing like 33% of my life with people, you know, let's say there's 8 hours a day, to do something extra. So yeah, this is my need, my main need. Connection with people, connection with processes.
It's not easy. Yeah, take it soon. No, it's like somebody with a pen.
No, sorry.
That's it. Take it.
Yeah, I can take it.
Okay, here you go.
Me? Okay. Well, I think it's a very hard question, because also I have a lot of doubts about what is the real need for sure, I really need to travel and to get to know people, culture, language. Um, I think for that, I need to be in peace with myself to understand what is the main purpose and why I want to travel, why I want to make these connections. Um, and I don't know what else. I think that to be in peace with myself is what I think that is needed to be able to do other things.
Okay, so I take it. It's my time now. Okay, yeah, very difficult question about the need for himself. My only fear, in fact,
No fears. Fears is next one.
and next one. Sorry.
Focus on needs now.
In fact, all my life I've done things I wanted to do, so perhaps I'm a little bit lucky. I work a lot for things interesting me. The only fear I've got is to...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Can you focus on your needs? What are your needs as a person?
My needs as a person.
Yeah, like for example, you can have physical needs. You can have needs for connection. You can have, yeah, I don't know. You want me to read you a few so I can give you...
Only fear, if I can
Okay,
say.
I'm gonna read you a few. Let's see, maybe it inspires you. A need for connection will be acceptance, cooperation, communication. Physical will be air, food, as I mentioned before. Maybe you have a need for peace, for harmony.
Nothing of that, I'm sorry.
A need, like for example, Pascual mentioned a need for growth. That's another typical one that I actually have in myself also.
When you
A need for clarity, to make things more clear in life. So, yeah, what is your need?
My personal needs, I don't have any. Yeah, of course, growing, but it's very connected to society. In fact, I mean, it's a difficult question because my needs are always connected. For example, my first fear is to die before I see the society change. For example, it's very strange, but I'm always connected with that. In fact, my personal needs are perhaps connected with that too. In fact, it's difficult for me to say, yes, of course I want to grow, but I want to grow with my idea of society is growing too. I don't know if I'm very clear, but my needs, yes, perhaps I want to make astrophysics, something like that, because it's I think it's my first dreams about the Earth, etc., etc. But I'm really connected to finally I don't have any needs. In fact, it's very strange to say that, but my first need is, yes, I want to see society change. Y punto, in fact. Sorry, basta. Okay.
Basta italiano. È colpa mia.
Fuck.
E là sei English.
I don't know how to explain. Yeah, I want to grow. I want to grow with societies growing too, and with me. I want to do a lot of things, but at the same moment, society's changed too. I want a better life, but if society has got a better life too, I don't know how to explain that. Yes, I've got needs. I have to have some money, much more than I have at this moment.
Can I ask you a
But
question?
in fact, personal need and a collective one, in fact.
So what do you really, can I just switch a bit the conversation, because it seems like you're getting a bit just in too many different spaces in one go. So one of the questions that we had last week is what motivates you to do what you do? So would you be able to share with us, so maybe we can narrow it down where you're coming from?
In my professionally and personally, because it's the same family, why I do what I do, I work a lot for disabled people, for example, and I want then society recognize disabled people, in fact, and I work a lot on. In fact, I think my life is a work. I don't know, but I think I'm only that. But for the beginning, when I was an architect, I want, really society change, and I begin with disabled people, in fact, because I saw there was really a part of society. So during 15 years of my work, 10 years, 15, was a work like that, in fact, and I personally, it's a gift for me, really, to see that I could do something really for these people totally a part of society and can put in society and construct for them, for example. It was 20 years of my life now, in fact, really. When I go out from the School of Architecture, I begin with that, and then during 20 years now, I do that. Now I see the work of CivicWise, and was totally amazing for me what was happening, in fact. It's an example, okay?
Okay, well, thank you very much for sharing. I hope that clarify a little bit for everyone what you motivated and what you need. I think it's quite aligned to what you're saying before. So, how are we feeling? How are you guys? Are you falling asleep? Or is your brain active? Or tell me a bit more about yourself.
Chris doesn't share his needs.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't want to speak. We should respect that.
Sorry.
Maybe he's keeping the big weapon for later on.
Someone else? I don't have anything in my hands.
No pressure, Luis. No pressure.
No. I'm thinking a lot is becoming a tough question for me. I am realizing that after those years abroad, earning my life and having different jobs, now this come back Europe is becoming a bit hard, no? Because I'm not getting to reboot the system, no? And I need confidence. I think it's my need now. It's related with the next topic, fears, and I think, or I'm feeling that I am losing focus on real needs or my former needs, or no, because I am getting obsessed with that issue. Está mal.
En francés. Encore la connexion.
On a des soucis de connexion.
On a problème.
I just want to talk about one need that is constantly in the back of my mind, and is the need for acceptance. You know, when you go to an event, you've been invited to a street party, to a wedding, someone introduced you a new friend, and I would like to ask you how much you need to be accepted by the other person in normal conditions. Do you feel awkward if like, for example, you've been introduced and 1 minute afterwards no one pay attention to you?
For me, it's a good question. I would say that when I moved to France, I felt people didn't feel interested about knowing me, and that makes me feel really, really awkward and sad. But normally, I will answer the question saying that when I get into a place, my fear is not being accepted or not, it's liking each other. It's like find the other ones interesting to me, and if I feel that I like the others, I feel I have the power to be liked. But my fears are like the opposite. Till I get to Paris.
I think that one thing that I'm learning also, maybe the last year, and particularly with CivicWise, is that there are so much people in the world, so different, and you can find your people, sure. So that need of acceptance, I'm right now. I think I'm losing it. Because I had it, of course. I think like everyone, because it's a main need that our society puts in every one of us. But I think that losing it because yeah, I think that, I mean, it's normal to not to get along with everyone, but if you find someone that you feel that it's not working, it doesn't matter. I mean, there are a lot of people, and you are going to, even if it happens with a lot. I mean, you can be in your city, in your classroom, even in your family, it can happen. I mean, we are a lot in the world, so you are going to find people for sure. But sometimes we feel that the people that we know and the environment that we have, that's the whole world. So my world is my family, is my friend, is my classroom, is the people that I have in touch. But it's so much bigger, so there's no problem at all.
Imagine on the cases I was proposing before, you are introduced by a friend, and after 1 minute, no one pays attention to you. And imagine that this person has so many prejudices that it started to be annoyed and angry. Okay? How would you advise to that person to do or to think to deal with that situation?
I think I didn't understand.
Can you repeat the question because I didn't get the
Yeah.
word?
Oh well.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I can repeat it. I was just trying to invite you to put yourself in the position of a person that has a lot of need for acceptance, and then in a random situation when someone introduces you, but you maybe not had the response that you expected, you become angry, and basically that happened after 1 minute. And how would you respond to that, or how would you think that that person can be responding to that in a different way?
For myself, I don't give a shit about that. I mean, I don't know. If he doesn't want to talk to me, or I don't know him. Somebody introduced me. I don't know this guy or this girl. I mean, he doesn't want to discuss, or I don't know, discuss about things important or not with me. Where's the problem? I mean, people have got sometimes problems, got perhaps problems, and perhaps not the moment. There is a lot of things you have to consider in that. I mean, it's not because it's very complicated. Very complicated. At this moment, I cannot say these people is a shit or not. I mean, perhaps he has got problem, perhaps not. Perhaps he's cool, perhaps not cool. I need a little bit time to know him, and I'm not getting angry at this moment. I don't give a shit at all. I take a drink and basta. It's me.
Yeah, I think it's very depends very much on the situation. I used to suffer a lot for not being accepted, and but then I realized that I'm not likable for everybody. Not everybody likes me. Not everybody don't have to be everybody. So I mean, if somebody starts annoying me, starts in this case not only accepting me but also giving me bad feedback or starting fighting, kind of fighting. I, my reaction would be just to let him do it and not really give him a chance to do it more. That's it. I think what I understood that I suffer only for the time that I don't accept the situation. Once I accept the situation that not everybody like me, I stop suffering, so that there is no more problem. But depends only how much time I take to get to this consciousness. Only this.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try to move it on because it seems like the conversation is a bit stuck with this question. Sorry if it wasn't that much clear. but somehow I wanted to explore how sometimes we have needs that are human needs, and we all have them, and we all share them. But sometimes we have needs that are basically in our minds, and as Francesco, I think, started to talk about it, it is up to us to decide if we have that need or not. It is up to us to make an action and respond to what we thought it was a need, and stop having the need, basically. So that's why I tried to put that example, but sorry if it didn't went well. What about if we move on? What about if we move on to the fears? Are you ready for a scary moment? Okay. So take a big breath, a deep breath. Sorry. Come on, all together. And again. And again.
Sur les autres, c'est dommage.
We lost, we have a problem connection and again. Voilà.
So welcome back. We are ready to start going deeper into our fears. So I want you to think about which things stops you from doing things, basically. Which are those things that doesn't allow you to be who you are, even if you wanted to. So what are your fears? And I open the question, and yeah, if it's silence, let's please accept it and enjoy it. And whenever someone is ready, please share.
For me, also regarding all the things that we already said, that maybe the needs that we have actually we create, that the responsibility that we
put those cells and create that responsibility. The fear that we have, in fact, we create that fears. So I think that my biggest fear is me. You hear me?
Hola.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
No, yes.
I was saying that regarding some things that we already said, that the needs that we have, actually we create that needs, or the fears or the responsibilities that we put ourselves and everything. I think that my biggest fear is me. It's just I'm I'm always trying to fight against. I mean, when you have fear of something, when you have fear of acceptance, for example, it's because you feel that image of you that if you are not accepted, someone is hurting you. So you can put down that image of you. Is everything is easier, not just for fears, also for needs, also for responsibilities, also for being free to love someone, whatever the case may be. It gets easier. So
Well, about me, I don't know how is the opposite of freedom in English, but I don't like when I don't feel that I am free. If something or someone is like blocking myself, I don't think that is easy to move on. It's a bit difficult for me when I am not feeling that I am free.
Mm. My biggest fear is when I feel not connected to myself, and that I'm doing things because I thought I want them, and not recognizing what I want and what I don't. And as Pascual said, I'm a bit afraid of myself too, but I think I had an enormous power of influencing myself and others, convincing, but I'm also too oversensitive. So the opinion of the others, not the opinion, my idea of the opinion of the others, block me sometimes. I think a prejudice, but not the other ones, like my own, what I thought I wanted to. And sometimes when I'm able to cut that up and connect to present, other thing that Pascual said, being connected in present time with yourself is so difficult. I think we are not contemporary to ourselves, like we understand ourselves while the time is passing, not at that moment. I don't know if, but I'm afraid sometimes not missing a reflect. And I'm also scared of a ruined relationship because of my strong character, because not being comprehensive, because not being tolerant, because not having patience.
I am sorry. Yes. Actually, for a long time, and also now, my biggest fear was to be abandoned by the persons I love. So my worst nightmare when I was a child was my mother abandoned me at the bus station. For many years, I dream about that. But that reflects the fact that I have really the fear to disappoint other people, and relates with what I said before, that but this is an illusion because I will always disappoint someone because I'm not perfect. And so uh, the fact is that what blocks me, the fear that blocks me, what you were asking is that um, I am scared to disappoint myself first. So, and I do recognize that this is a look mind, but it's the things that really, when I get stuck in things at the end, I when I finally get out of the mud, I see that I was stuck because instead of being perfect, I prefer to do nothing. So this is the fear to disappoint myself, but you know, it's a loop, and sometimes you have to find a way to get the wheels out of the mud, and takes time. And but this is the main fear that really, when I get stuck, I feel this fear actually.
First of all, I think I am not very original with my fears, no. And I think that I'm affected by the common conventions of our society, no. And then maybe comes up the big fear of don't get myself, or I don't know, myself is too big, but just that feeling every day that you are not sure if you are doing really what you want, no? But because when you are clear, no, that I don't want to do this, okay, but sometimes, you know, it's worse, the other feeling that you are not sure if you are doing it because you want, or you know. For instance, I have kind of an obsession, another one. I have million of them. Uh, and it's about a good script for my life. No, it's something no in my mind. Sometimes I'm really disappointed with my script. No, what is this? I don't like it. And then sometimes I get confused because I don't know if this is another Walt Disney problem. No, that I'm expecting an absolutely happy or beautiful or good-looking script. No, and then another thing I was thinking related to Francesco's acceptance, or what I was understanding, no? That I really think that I'm limited, very limited with my behavior, pretending to be a good boy for everybody. I think that I don't have the courage to do some things, and I find a pile of excuses. But really, at the end, the point is that I don't wanna. I'm not brave enough to accept some ideas or thoughts. No, they are scary for me. No, or something like that.
Can I add something? Well, first of all, the link with Luis was saying about the script. That's also, right now I was thinking that's also a big experience, that not to think. I mean, I want to have control about everything that is happening around me, and if I feel that I'm missing something, I'm start to be scared. But I also was wondering if fears can, because right now we are talking about fears like it was a bad thing. Can fears allows you to reach something? Can fears I don't know, drives you to?
I think that what you just said is very interesting, Pasquale. I wanted to add also the fear of not controlling and the fear of not being aware of what's happening, and I think fears are our goals. I mean, fear are our goals to reach. I mean, this is being fearless means being free. Is to be freedom is freedom. So of course, fear moves something inside of us, but it's not. The fact is that we fears, actually we react to fears by stopping
No,
our flows.
not always. I mean, because the question would be how you can build the right balance. But for example, the fear to not have everything in control, doesn't that drive you to try to have everything in control, and then you can reach that control of everything, or almost? If you don't have that fear, then you're not worried about that, and then you let everything to flows. I don't know. I'm wondering at the same time, and I'm
Yeah.
speaking, but
I understand, but that's the point. Fears, it's fear of not having control, for example, is that you want everything under control, but in life you can't have everything
you
under
can,
control.
yeah, of course.
So the fact is that fears gives you the chance to change something in your life. Depends to you if you want to take this chance or if you want to follow the fear.
So how you can deal that balance? I think that's the key, because we are the whole conversation facing fear like is the worst fear, and you are in the worst part of that fear, and this is linked with the thing that we were talking last night about this bipolar life that we build, that is for is white or is black. No, there are gray in the middle. So maybe you can build in between that you can use that fears to build something. The key is how to not to lose your mind and go to the other way or go to the other. Just to build that balance to recognize one is a one is a I don't know.
I don't want this to be a conversation.
Yeah.
So, but I have my opinion about this, but I prefer that others speak, and then I say something about this.
I could add something about what you said about disappointment. I think the idea of disappoint the others, it comes always with the idea of being disappointed. You cannot separate. I think fear to disappoint my family is my worst fear. I don't know why I couldn't say it. And the second one is not having a family on my own. I don't know why. It's like my fear is connected to my deepest wish. It's like I think my fear is feeling I'm not going to be capable of doing that. But sometimes I do agree that fears are like they could orientate you to your path, but sometimes they can block you. So
That's the key to have.
I'd like to say a note on that. There is an organization here in UK. It's called Citizens UK, and it's the organization of community organizers that has 27 years of life, and they have deal with a lot of politicians, with a lot of campaigns, and they work with love and fear. So when they go out, they explore what people love and what people fear. And they run campaigns, sometimes on love, sometimes on fear, because it's the biggest, energy that you can get from people. So just a note on that. And I think I like to say something else. Maybe I'm getting a bit off topic, but I think it's interesting that we realize that we are who we are because of the context that we grew up, the education that we had, the parents that we had, and the friends that we had. And I don't know about you, but my uprising as a person was very standard, was very normal, as most of the people in this society will. And that means that at school, we don't learn to listen to each other, we don't learn to communicate well with each other, we don't learn to be empathic or compassionate, we don't learn problem solving, we don't learn prototyping, we don't learn negotiation skills, and in Spain we're very bad at English and musical education. So if you imagine an educational system that will promote those values and those practices since we were kids, maybe we were different people today. We will have, in my opinion, less fear. We will be much more driven by our motivations, we will have less prejudices, and so on. It's not the case. We grew up in the society we grew up, but it's never too late to learn again. And that's my message to you. I hope that that somehow that helps to make you realize that even we are full of fear, we are the consequence of our upbringing. So it's not all our fault.
But the thing that you said about the love and fear, it's again the same. I mean, they do that because they are trying to text you to one side or to the other. But it's white or it's black. It's good or it's bad. So you are they're treating love and fear as two different things, and maybe it's the same. It can be the same. It can be in the same feeling, can work in the same feeling, and in this case, love and fear most of the time works in the same feeling. So it's just this thought that we are always trying to have something without the other, to have white without black, and I think that you can do that in life. You have to have both because both sides work together. So of course we grow up in this society about fill up you about a lot of fears, but we can don't stop. Okay. But and you can learn the other way around that you were saying. But in this process, in this learn process, I think that you the main goal is not to reach love and take away and throw away fear. Fear can also, I think, I don't know, but I think that if you can build the right balance in your life, in this case, fear can also drive you to reach some things. For example, to reach love. That's it.
Yes, that's a good intervention, because now the question you did before, that was how I mean, how fear drives you and stuff. How can you deal with fears and stuff? I think the key, you just said it. The key is acceptance. Acceptance that you have fears, and acceptance of the fear, and not avoiding fears, allows you to listen to this and to listen to the root of this fear, and this fear is very powerful, because it's something that comes maybe from your subconscious, from maybe some experience that you have metabolized really deep, and you don't really have clear in your mind, but works behind you. And listening to this, accepting this, allows you to see the potential to take the chance to change this. Because, for example, I have this fear to be abandoned by the persons I love, and the things I'm trying to develop around this is to be more compassionate and to love more clearly the people, to say more clearly, I love you, just because it's the way I don't make them go away. It's something like this, and but if at the same time, saying this makes me free, because I put the relation very clear, and so if the other people wants to leave, it's not my fault. It's not up to me. It's a decision that I can do nothing about this, so it doesn't bother me. So listening and acceptance of yourself and your fears, because you are, as you said, you are made of many things, and you can't avoid one
from choosing the other, to choose the other.
That's quite interesting. So listening and acceptance of yourself means that you are understanding yourself more, and somehow acknowledges that we are very complex beings with a lot of different connections and things happening through our minds all the time. And maybe by listening us and being aware of who we are, we can help each other, help ourselves a bit more. Okay, should we give ourselves a little bit of silence? Maybe a few seconds. The session will finish in 20 minutes, if that's okay with you. Are you all? Okay. So just relax, just for a few seconds, and we come back maybe with a last reflection. Just have a glass of water, go to the toilet. She's doing some stretching, by the way. She's really doing the relaxation yoga mindset.
Lo pone por agua. Comprato pipì. Vabbè, non c'ho una boh.
Okay, how's it going? Seems like some people left. How are you guys?
Fine.
In which room are you? Are you in the room that used to be Dominicos?
No. We're in my apartment. We're not in volumes.
Ah, in your apartment. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were in volumes.
Yes, his own apartment.
Fucking hell. That's good news.
And Francesco just came back from International Festival Tantra Happiness Week. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Very good.
You are
Actually,
still.
we developed a lot about this also there, but in a different way with the yoga practice. But
You are still affected. You have some days after that week, because I understand that it's really intense. No, it's.
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Good experience always changing. no matter which the experience. Also a good chat, a good talk with good friends like this.
What was the name of the festival?
European 3HO Yoga Festival. 3HO is the foundation of Kundalini Yoga. Means three H, the letter organization. It's Healthy, Holy, and Happy organization. Healthy, Holy, and Happy organization. 3HO organization. So the European Yoga Festival of this organization.
And you were almost 3,000 people.
We were, yeah, 2,800 people. Stuff like that.
What a party.
Big parties, big parties.
Guys, what do you think if we try to come back and hopefully Danny will listen to us? Danny, are you there?
She's stretching.
Yeah.
There she is. Okay, we're back. Have you had dinner? This is important.
No, here is like 4:40.
Ah, well, yeah,
I had lunch.
that's what we call well, a bit early, but merienda. Do you have merienda, Danny?
Not yet. I usually have at 4:30, so I am waiting the session to finish.
Oh, we
to
finished
have
soon. We finished in yeah. Well, let's do like a last round of reflection. Are you here or she's not here yet? So yeah. So let's stop and think. What happened in the last 1 hour and a half? I think it lasted. So yeah, remind you we started with introductions, then we move to talk about the needs. There's a lot of things happen there. We just expose a massive array variety of needs that we all have and some of us share. And then I guess that when we were talking about fear, it was like a more bumpy road, isn't it? It was. So yeah, I wanna invite you to share how it was for you. How was the session? Was it what you expected? But first, let's talk about maybe the content of the session.
I really liked it. It's got kind of deep talking about fears, really, because it's more about your inner self and maybe needs. It's more about your idea of yourself also. So maybe needs is like more a projection of yourself. Instead, fears is more about the roots of yourself. So it got really deep. And I really like that. I think we can write a book about fears. The good thing would be to have a way to go on with this and get. There are a lot of interaction about comes out my mind after this about talking, connecting fears, needs, and will. So would be nice to continue this session, Fausto. They are very interesting and good to have a space where we can open up safely and really actually responds to my need to have good relationships and healing relationships because I feel this kind of session are very healing. for our souls and for our mind, and that's it. And
Yeah,
thanks,
for me,
Lily, for opening.
For me, it's the same. I agree with Francesco. I think sometimes it's difficult to stop during our days and make a reflection about this. So it is very important and very interesting.
I'm really glad that we have this opportunity in our community, Fausto. Really, it's uh, it's something that we are we are making something, no, and we have it inside, no. We don't need to go out looking for this help or this leading or and it's a bit impressive for me that we can get it in this way, no, in a hangout over hangout that is no with this distance and but mm, but we are I think or I'm feeling no we are getting something no we are able to share and with confidence no and, wow it's not easy no and we have it inside our community, no, with your help also.
Yeah. For me, yeah, I mean, I'm totally agree with all the comments that Luis, Dani, and Francesco already said. I mean, I think it's amazing that you can have this kind of a space, but if you are aware that that you are having this space with the people that you are trying to develop something in a professional way, then it's just it's another level. I mean, because I think that it can help you in a very personal and individual way, but the the fact that we are doing this together and we are sharing fears, needs, values, everything, and also that we are trying to help each other in this kind of conversation to put down that fears, to feel that needs, to I think that this is so important to reach what we want to reach. I think it's not normal to do these kind of things in a professional environment, but we are not trying to reach anything normal. So I think that we are in a good way. So I really want to thank you to Fausto to build this kind of a space. And well, today I was expecting this because I was hearing the session of the other week, but the other week when I hear the session, I really didn't expect that kind of environment because of the what Luis said. I mean, you can imagine that for me it was amazing that we were able to build that kind of environment in Global Camp in Paris, but to do it in a hangout and also not to do it in a hangout. I mean, for me, I was just hearing. I was not there. I was not in the hangout. So and I was able to feel what was the environment inside that hangout with Joanna, Aurelie, and so on. So it was for me. It was amazing. And just to finish, one little thing. I think that we need also just to say something, to put another thing not in a positive way, let's say. I think that we also need to start to talking about in this kind of session about terms or values in a more positive way, let's say. I mean, speaks about what everyone thinks that brings to the community that can help to build the community. What kind of values do we think that we have right now as a community, and so on. And not I mean, start to build also a community in the positive concepts, not also in not only in our currencies, let's say. But just a comment that I have in my mind. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, the session was very exciting, I would say. Getting to know you a bit deeper in itself is a gift, and I'm just very happy to see how you all very good at giving and receiving gifts, especially gifts of the quality that we're talking about. I couldn't stop myself getting goosebumps when you were saying, when you showing signs of appreciation. It's probably covering my need for acceptance and connection. Okay. And I also believe that these sessions need to be expanded in the future and create a culture of listening to each other and being empathic and understanding each other. So I'm actually very happy that this is happening and is having an effect on you guys, and you actually craving for more. So thank you very much. You're not gonna say anything? Okay. She doesn't want to say anything. Fair enough. Let's respect that. And
Yeah, I got really tired of.
She's very tired. She's very tired.
Emotionally tired.
Emotionally tired.
I need a rest.
Some of the consequences of CivicWise purpose discovery too. And that's it. I think we done. Go home. I mean, have dinner. And have a beer or something, and please keep having those conversations. Don't, you know.
I want to know what about guys in Paris.
No, but we need to.
Record
this session has been recorded.
Yes.
Okay, so don't worry about that. Any last thoughts before we are wrapping up?
No, really good, and thanks to all of you. Really, I'm happy with this community, free community.
Good. Well, in that case, goodbye. Take care of yourself, and We hopefully do another session next Monday for sure. I'm not sure Monday 22 because Monday 23 I'm flying early morning, but we'll see. We'll see. At the moment, at least next Monday will be another session. Okay? So same again.
All right.
Fausto,
What?
what you were talking, Danny? What are you talking? Danny, you
No,
wanted to say something?
no, I wasn't.
Okay. We were wondering if the notes you are putting it in a document, in Drive, or what we can do.
No, I'm taking some notes, and the notes from last session, I got the copy in a document, and I got the notes from this session. What I'm gonna do is for next session, I'm gonna share the notes, so everyone could have a look at it. But to be honest, the notes are somehow my impressions. I try to, you know, put in words what was said by you, and if someone wants to catch up, the best thing is recommend them to watch the session. This is a bit of a guidelines to see what we've been talking about.
I have a proposal. As we start saying what we had for breakfast, we could end up saying what we are going to have for lunch.
For lunch?
Yes, for dinner, sorry.
Okay.
Because I'm so interested about what Francesco is going to cook out at Pasquale Kitchen.
Yeah, it's actually a very good idea, isn't it? So, come on, who wants to start? Dinner time.
We can start. We're going to have Vietnamese food.
Vietnamese. Wow. That's rising the bar, eh? What are we gonna have?
Great. I don't know what I will have for dinner. It's too soon here to think about dinner.
No.
Too soon for
I think in our case we don't know. It might be Latin American because we are very close to the biggest Latin American hub in London, which is Elephant and Castle. So we might end up having an empanada.
Why not?
Or something like that. Something light because her stomach is dodgy.
Nalia, take care of yourself.
Too many Indian food.
So much local life.
Too much civic traveling.
So much locally.
Yes, I know.
Good. I'm sure we all had very good food for the soul in this session. So yeah, please enjoy it and make it last. Okay?
Okay.
I'm basically saying goodbye. So take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Good health.
Bye.
Bye.